Good morning. Um, it's not how I planned to do this video, but I'm doing it anyway. It's off and on raining, so my altar's outside. So, yeah, I don't like getting wet. Deal with it. Now, some of you may not be aware of ceremonial arts. Alistair Crowley. I'm sorry. Some of you are not aware of Michael W. Ford. Again, that's a shame. Some of you are only aware of general magic, altars, etc. Like the Bay. Not talking bad about them, but the only thing I use is the Negation of Satan, which is actually from Ragnar Redbeard. The laws, the sins, the statements, and the keys. That's it. Moving on. Now, on my altar, you will find black altar cloth, a red and a black candle, chalice, a lighter, only because I don't have a box of stick matches. Okay. A crystal, a censer. Now, that censer doubles as a bell, the top wise. So, the bell, which goes in east. My offering bowl, my bone, and another athame, and which you don't see, my sword. Now, if you follow Bay, and if anybody knows anything about altars and satanic witchcraft, traditionally, LeVay, satanic witchcraft, this is supposed to be white. I found by my own trials that replacing the white candle with the red candle has better effects. Why? I don't really know. Traditionally, you're supposed to have a white candle here, black candle here, and a red candle is supposed to be for blood packs. Well, funny thing, blessings are supposed to go in the black candle, curse is supposed to be in the red candle. Okay. Well, find that replacing the white candle with the red candle works better. These are scented candles. You should only use scented candles if they work well. This is a very strong cinnamon scent. This is called Midnight. It actually smells quite earthy. Now, that is what you're looking for if you're looking for a scented black candle. Alright? You don't need anything this big. The reason I got these this big is because they only had them in this size for the black candle. I'm doing the 5-finger discount. I don't feel like paying $15 for a damn candle. Call it how you want. I don't really give a fuck. Moving on. Alright. Now, you have the north, the east, the south, and the west. Every tool, weapon, has an element and has a purpose and has a representation. The altar itself and the circle is your universe. You're creating your own universe. When you step in that circle and you cast your circle, you are creating your own universe, your own reality. Okay. Now, on my altar or my circle, I have the circle drawn in cornmeal, right? And then I take it over with salt every time I get there. And sometimes I fill my chalice with whatever I have available at the time. Last time, ironically, it was Rockstar. Andros didn't mind. I think he kind of liked it. Just saying. Okay. Moving on to the center. Now, a lot of people put this in the east as it should be because it's corresponding with the air as well as the veil. I have it here because what I do, and I have a paper sigil I work with Andros. Okay. I have this. Okay. I am fixing on painting and bleeding it, etc., and having Andros sigil here. So I will have it here. Right? Okay. Kind of like a Black Mirror type effect. So I can focus on that while incense is coming up. Okay, I just prefer to have the sensor here anyway. I'm just saying. The bell. The bell. Okay, the bell is to the east, of course. Now, how do I put this? Actually, let me backtrack. Chalice. The chalice is in the west. Water. Okay. It creates form. It represents the womb. If you follow the four kings by LeVay, Leviathan is in the west. Okay. But why would Leviathan be in the west, representing the west, with a feminine element? A feminine tool. Ooh. What is that? Right? Okay. Now you guys have to a little comedy here. Okay. Lilith. You can put it in the west, the north, or the east. Just for anybody that works with Lilith, or Lilith, or Ajahi, or Oz, or any of her by names. She has millions of names. I'm just saying. Okay. The bell, right, creates sound. It is air. It gives breath. The sound of the bell brings attention that you are starting your ritual. Okay? It brings attention to not just us, but to the gods, to the ancients, to the demons. I'm not going to go into that one. It brings that. All right? It says, hey, this is what I'm doing. All bullshit stops. That's before you even fucking invocating to Satan. I'm just saying. Right? Alright. Deathman. Okay, I love this. It's a gupper knife. Love it. I was drawn to it when I see it in the store. Okay. I'm gonna dedicate this to Andros. Hence, another key piece that is awesome. East. Okay. The Athame, or Athames, and sword go in the east. Alright? Okay. They cut, create, separate. Again, creating form. Creating. Right? Now, not going into the metals and the element or the planets and all that shit. Because I'm ceremonial, I know all that shit. That's what I do. I don't do any working without working with the planetary powers. Right? I'm not in a position to be able to use the planetary hours because my situation. Regardless. Now the athame. Technically, there's two athames. Okay. In ceremonial magic, there should be two athames. One for sacrifice, your actual athame. Another for your lesson band ritual, your casting your circle, so forth like that. Okay. Now, this can also be seen as a form of authority. Like in Wicca, how do you enter? Okay, you're presenting your authority. Okay, it's not as a. These are called weapons, not tools. These are called weapons. They're spiritual weapons. Not to be meant as war unless you're doing a war ritual. Keep these. I guess I like this knife. The sword. The sword. Okay, the sword actually can go east or south in ceremonial magic. Okay, the sword is to cut and cast your circle, not the athame. Technically, in other magic colleges, yes, but in ceremonial magic, the sword is to cut and draw your circle. Okay. And it's a very fiery tool. Mars. Alright, now, by Crowley, from Balabé, he puts the athame in the south. Fire. That works too. I ain't gonna lie. It works. It can go both, depending on what you're doing. But I prefer ceremonial magic, with mixing ceremonial and traditional Satanism. That's just me. Alright, so now I follow Crowley, and I follow Michael W. Ford. Also Crowley and Michael W. Ford. This is why I have my altar set this way. I learned by Crowley, so that's really why. Alright, so this athame is my wand. Okay, I consecrated this a week ago. Blood, right? And had Belial infuse it with his power and his blessing. Now, this, if I'm not able to use this is what I use. I very rarely use a sword. So technically, that's my friends. I just haven't given them yet. Technically, I just want to use that as a show you. This is my sword and my wand. Technically, I don't really use a sword. This works fine. I'm simple. The wand, on the other hand, is a great thing. Now, if you follow Michael Ford, and if you've been watching his videos on the wand, he has an entire rack of wands. Okay. Now, being that I have this consecrated by Belial and in the south, makes perfect sense. Because Belial can go in the north or the south. Now, I can use this for anything. Anything. Power, money, going against tyrannical law enforcement, anything I want. This piece is beneficial. Now, moving on to the offering bowl. Oh, move my palm real quick. I'll keep that. Why? Offering bowl, ironically, is earth. I know it's metal, and 10 is fire. So I put this in center. Now, by starting my Magick, you have something like this, but it's beveled, right? As to ward off whatever's trying to attack you. Okay? And you have your oaths, a prayer in there written in Hebrew or whatever script you choose, the universal hexagram or the hexagram, the Jewish star. Universal is very different though. But I use this just as offering bowl to burn my contracts. Okay. Now, when I did this, I had this first. This is my first ethne. Okay. I didn't have this guy. I had this here. I had this here. Okay. When I was burning my contract, when it was on the blade and it was burning, some reason, something told me to drop that. All right, wait, no, correction. It was when I was doing it to Andras. I was doing my dedication to Andras. But again, and I did have another blade, but it just didn't feel right on the altar, so I gave it to my friend. I put the bone in the bowl. I set the contract into the offering bowl. It burned. Now, anyone that not knowing anything about Andras, I feel sorry for you. Andras is the Grand Marquis of Hell. He is the 60th spirit of the Goetia, and he commands 30 legions. In case anyone died by it, nobody knows what a legion is. A legion is 1,000 demons. He is one of the most vicious ancients, not the, but one of the few more vicious ancients I've worked with, and that is known in history. He is known as the demon of rage, vengeance, murder, suicide, etc. He can incite homicidal or suicidal tendencies. He can incite a bloodlust. He can incite anger. And he can take it away. He can decimate anybody within a 15-kilometer radius, as well as whoever is working you, if you're working with them, and whoever you're working around, whoever helping you work in the working. I dedicate my life to him. I gave my whole entire life to him to assist me, to dedicate to him, to learn from him. I'm not scared of him. That some would say that's naive. No. It's love and trust. Now, moving on. Another thing you will find is this crystal. This crystal, most people would not understand why I have a white crystal on my altar. I take crystals. I'm a psychic vampire. Okay, I feed off people's life force. Alright? My ancestor is Vlad the Impaler. I feed off the life force. And I store them in crystals. So, when I do a ritual of importance, I will put a crystal there, and when I am burning the pact, I'm raising it up and offering the energies, the life force within. Now, this is a condensed ceremonial satanic ritual space. I'm in my tent, mind you. I'm homeless. Up and on. Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm in my ritual space. Now, technically, there's supposed to be 2 chalices in Ceremonial Magic. There's supposed to be a thing of salt. You know, a little dish of salt here, dish of incense, a ritual bowl here. 2 alchemy supposed to be here. Supposed to have a wand here. Supposed to have a sword here. Alright. So technically you're supposed to have 2 alchemies in the east. Alright. 1 for your banishing rituals and your hexagram rituals and so forth. Alright. You're supposed to have 2 chalices in the west. Supposed to have a bowl here in the west. You're supposed to have a wand in the south. You're supposed to have a sword in the south. You're supposed to have a bell in the east. Some magicians have a censer on each side, on the west and in the east. A lot of them just have it in the east because it's in the air. Um, ah, ah, ah. Incense. Incense. It is associated with earth and air, and if you're really smart, you'll figure it out. Water. But primarily earth and air. Okay. So when you're doing your ritual and you're casting your ritual, okay. I do the mighty Noikin call. Alright. I call the quarters. Okay. I take my censer. Well, I would. This one. This one stays on the altar. I take incense 6. Alright. And I invoke. You could use sage or whatever. That works perfectly fine. I actually give my stamp on that. That works. And if you can do that, have a small offering, a small sage burner. Doesn't have to be, it could be an avalanche shell. I don't want to give a fuck. In the east, with it sitting there in the bowl in the east. All right, so you go around the circle with your shins or counterclockwise. All right. And say I invoke earth and air to consecrate this, or to charge the circle, consecrate the circle. Be creative. Don't just go off a book. Alright. Alright. The secondary chalice. Water and salt. Okay. You do the same thing you did with, well, technically that would be fire and air technically in this concept. My bad. It's early. Give me a break. It's 7 in the morning. I'm not used to being up until like 9 or 10 in the morning. Okay, the chalice, water and salt. Again, when you take the salt, if you have a salt plate or small salt bowl, right? Even something like this with no holes, right, would be perfect for your salt dish. Okay? Even if you put a small bowl in here or lined it with, I don't know, tinfoil. I don't know. I'm just saying. All right? It would be perfect for your salt dish. Same thing if you had one for just holding your incense. All right? Now, you would say this is your salt dish. You do this with your athame. 1, 2, 3. All right. Stir it. Again, with your shins, counterclockwise, 9 times. All right. Now I use my hand. I just right? And I'm doing the prayer, right? That, my good friends of YouTube land, is a breakdown of your altar and so forth. Now, if it is not raining all damn day long, because I gotta go to Pearl today to pee in a bottle at 6. So I got some time. So, if they're not up on YouTube, they will be on Facebook. These videos. So regardless, they'll be up. You'll see them if you're my friend on my friends list. If not, and most people on my YouTube channel are on my friends list on Facebook. So just saying. Anyway, oh yeah, before I forget, a few things I have that you don't see that is beneficial. I have patchouli oil. Again, water element. I like to, bless myself with patchouli oil every time before I even start the ritual. My knife sharpener. I got 2 black candles and 2 red candles because I'm going to take little votive jars and melt these 2 black candles and 2 red candles into each one, so I don't have to have huge ass fucking things, unless I'm doing something special. Okay. All right. Now I got those. Hold on a second. Let me put these away. Give me a second. All right. Got that. Put the sharpener away real quick. Give me a second. All right. This I have charcoal. Very, very effective. Very helpful. 1 piece. Since you're like this, don't use. Get one with a chain. Get one. I like the Tibetan shit. Like for the bell and the sensors and stuff like that, So charcoal. It's very helpful. If you're gonna use charcoal, do not use cones. And I would advise using either herbs, fresh herbs, or you can even go to the supermarket and get fucking them in the jar. It don't matter. It really does not matter. It's better if you get fresh herbs, or chop them yourself, even wound. When I post this on my YouTube channel, I will actually give a few sites to go to get the best articles. Okay. If you're looking for Tibetan stuff, you might just want to try Amazon. I'm just saying. Chalk. White chalk. Simple white chalk. The white chalk, say if you're not in the woods like I am, and you're in a rural area, or urban area. Say you're in your garage. Chalk. You want to draw a sigil on the wall. Chalk. You want to just, real quick, makeshift. Chalk. Alright. I have this nice crystal. I haven't figured out what to use it for, but yes. Alright. So, you guys get the consensus of this, right? Good. That, Shem Hemperesh, Avasatanas, Helazazo, Leviathan, Queen Lilith, King Belial, King Abaddon, all the gods in the pit. Oh, before I forget, meet Abaddon.